Take a look at this floor, folks. Beautiful, isn't it? This is Pergo, and it's become a go-to for homeowners who want the look of hardwood without all the fussy maintenance. It's water-resistant, scratch-resistant, and let's face it, it just looks fantastic. But even the best flooring can end up looking like a dog's breakfast if it's not installed right. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about today. The mistakes that can turn your dream floor into a nightmare, and how to avoid them. We're talking about costly repairs, frustrating fixes, and believe me, you don't want to be redoing this job twice. Stick with me, and we'll make sure your Pergo floor is done right the first time. Listen up, because this is where it all starts. The subfloor. I've said it a million times. A good job starts with a solid foundation, and flooring is no exception. You can't just slap down new flooring on a wonky, uneven surface and expect it to last. We're talking cracks, bumps, dips. Any imperfections will telegraph right through your beautiful new Pergo. So what do? First off, you need to assess the situation. Get down there, take a good look, and see what you're working with. If you've got minor imperfections, a little self-leveling compound will do the trick. But if you're dealing with major issues, you might need to call in a pro to fix the subfloor before you even think about laying down that Pergo. Trust me, it's worth it to get this part right. Okay, so you've got your subfloor prepped and ready to go. Now it's time to talk underlayment. You might be tempted to skip this step, especially if you're on a tight budget, but let me tell you, that's a big mistake. Underlayment acts as a shock absorber, which not only makes your floor feel more comfortable underfoot, but also helps to muffle sound. Plus, it acts as a moisture barrier, which is crucial for protecting your Pergo from moisture damage. Not all underlayments are created equal, though. You need to choose the right one for your specific needs. If you're installing over concrete, for instance, you'll need a different type of underlayment than if you're installing over plywood. This is a step that a lot of DIYers skip, and it's a big one. See, Pergo, like any wood product, reacts to changes in temperature and humidity. If you bring your flooring from a cold garage into a warm house and install it right away, it's going to expand. And when it does, you're going to end up with a buckled, uneven mess. That's why it's crucial to let your Pergo acclimate to the room where it's going to be installed for at least 48 hours. This gives the planks time to adjust to the temperature and humidity levels, which will help prevent any unwanted surprises down the road. Now we're getting to the part where things can get a little tricky, but don't worry, I've got your back. Cutting and fitting your Pergo planks might seem straightforward, but it's easy to make mistakes that can come back to haunt you. First off, you need to make sure you're using the right tools for the job. A good miter saw is essential for making clean, precise cuts, especially for those tricky angles. And don't even think about using a dull blade. That's a recipe for disaster. When you're laying down your planks, take your time and make sure they're properly aligned and spaced. Alright, you're almost there. You've got your Pergo down and it's looking good, but don't drop your guard just yet. The finishing touches are just as important as the installation itself. This is where you seal the deal, so to speak, and make sure your floor looks polished and professional. We're talking about things like transitions between rooms, edges around doorways and fireplaces, and those pesky gaps around the perimeter of the room. These areas require special attention to detail, and that often means calling in a pro who has the experience and know-how to get it right. So there you have it, folks. We've gone over the 5 most common mistakes people make when installing Pergo flooring, and more importantly, how to avoid them. Remember, a little bit of preparation and attention to detail can save you a whole lot of headaches down the road. By following these tips, you can ensure that your Pergo floor looks as good in years to come as it does today. And that, my friends, is a job well done.